What's going on, everyone? So we need to talk about Dylan Harper. He is so impressive. Right? He is 19 years old. He is a rookie. In college, I mean, the way he was able to just get to the rim, get his shot off, right? Like just the offensive versatility with him was incredibly impressive. I mean, he was at an elite level in college and very polished for a guy that is, in college, right? Like, and yet, when you're in college, it's like, man, this guy shows all the promises, but like, NBA and college, they might as well be different sports, right? Like it's a completely different world. Dylan Harper going to be able to consistently do it to that level. Obviously at some point, yes, he probably will, but like, what is the impact immediately? Is he somebody that could be in the conversation or the running for, rookie of the year type thing? And you go into the season, and he's been every bit. The guy is just, the guy is a monster out there. I mean, before injury, his productions dropped a little bit because, I'm sure it's going to go back up after the Pelicans game. We'll touch on that here in a moment. But, going into the injury, the game that he got hurt, he was 15-5-5 off the bench. Then after that game, he dropped to 15-4-4, and that's just because, again, he ended up getting hurt and stuff like that. And then since then, coming back, he was on the minute restriction, so his production and minutes were down. Now he's down to 13-3-4, which is still really good. I mean, for a rookie to put up 13-3-4 is impressive. I think he's bare minimum going to get back to that 15-5-5 guy. If he can stay healthy the rest of the season, get right, he's only going to continue to get better, get more comfortable out there, all of that. I mean, he's been just absolutely impressive. He had 22 points, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds in that game against the New Orleans Pelicans. The San Antonio Spurs nearly had a total meltdown and disaster, and Dylan Harper's the one that ended up saving the day, right? Like, you're talking about a rookie. You're talking about a 19-year-old kid who has the level of confidence and composure to be able to, in that moment, help this team avoid disaster in a way that would have been not good. Spurs have some stuff they need to figure out. That their second half issue is a real issue. It's becoming a trend now, which is a problem. You just got Stephon Castle back. Maybe once you get Castle, or not, well, now you got Castle back, but you get Wemby back, stuff like that. Maybe then start righting the ship a little better. Right? Maybe that trend won't be as bad. Maybe you can start to kind of be better in the second halves. Mitch Johnson as a head coach, he needs to be better at making those halftime adjustments and getting this team ready and prepared into the second half. But to keep it Dylan Harper, he's shown the ability to do a little bit of everything. In college, he was asked to score a lot, but there were questions coming out about his vision. Like, is he going to be able to guy that's going to be able to be an elite playmaker? There's a lot of guys that can make plays. Again, the difference between a guy that can make plays and a true playmaker, right? He's somebody, in my opinion, he's somebody in the middle right now, right? There's still some things he needs to work on, right? He's a rookie. He's 19 years old. Obviously, he's not going to be a perfectly polished player, but I think there's a few things he needs to work on as far as help having things create and develop and seeing things and seeing the court the way that you need to be at a high level as far as the playmaking side of things goes. So he's better than a guy that can just make plays, right? But I don't think he's yet that crisp playmaker, right? James Harden is an excellent comparison for him, right? Like that guy that has the ability to just kind of he's kind of following a similar trajectory coming off the bench, all that stuff. But he's a guy that you can see at some point being a 30, 10, and 10 guy on any given night, right? He's a guy that you could see kind of being that offensive engine for you and all that stuff. But the athleticism really helps, the defense, right? Like James Harden, as great as he was, right? They're defensively not somebody you want to model your game after defensively. Offensively, sure, but defensively, right? That is definitely a concern. And then the athleticism, right? Like Dylan Harper, his ability to get to the rim. And again, he's a rookie. So that they're like the two guys he was heavily compared to was SGA and James Harden. you look at him and you watch him play and you watch his ability to be so crafty getting to the basket and stuff, particularly applying that rim pressure. SGA is a great comparison. Like SGA, I like because, again, he's not like elite defensive or anything, but he's good enough, especially with everything else that he does, right? But James Harden was a better overall offensive end. SGA is, the scoring is elite. His ability to create contact and get to the foul line and all that stuff, right? Like, most 30-plus point scorers are getting to the foul line a lot. Once he really starts to get that whistle and he kind of, gets a little more crafty and figures out how to kind of create contact while still being able to finish and close at the rim and all that stuff. Like, once he gets kind of the, the veteranness to him, I mean, this guy, him and SGA could be in those conversations. Like, again, Dylan Harper just looks incredibly sound and impressive for a rookie, right? Like, he's somebody, I mean, he might end up being the best player in this draft, right? Obviously there's Cooper Flagg and, VJ Edgecombe, guys like that have been really good this year. But Dylan Harper, I mean, the fact that he's doing it off the bench is another big thing, right? Like, Cooper Flagg's starting, and he's a big focal point right now. VJ Edgecombe early on was starting. Now that they got Paul George, so he's coming off the bench, and you've seen his production drop and stuff like that. But, like, Dylan Harper's a guy that, again, if he keeps playing to this level off the bench, I mean, you're talking 6 man of the year conversations, right? There's guys that are killing it off the bench. I don't think he'll be in that, but I think, if he's 15-5-5 off the bench, or can bump that up to like 17-5-5 or something like that, then I think he should at least be in the conversation, even if he doesn't win it. And then, of course, Rookie of the Year. I mean, if the Spurs can get back-to-back Rookie of the Years, that tells you something, right? So, again, he still has a long season ahead. He's only going to get better. He's only going to get more comfortable. He's going to only get improved. So we'll see. Like, the what you're seeing from Dylan Harper right now is probably going to be very different than what you see, in April, right? Like, March, April. So we still have a lot of time left for him, a lot of career left for him. But it's just, again, it's just very impressive. Even beyond the game winner, obviously the game winner was great. Game winner was impressive, but again, for him to have the level of composure, for him to be able to have that confidence, just give me the rock, get out the way, I got us, right? Like, I'm going to go win us this game. And a game that, I mean, again, that would have been a terrible loss. You got to just kind of tip your hat to him, right? But anyways, always, this is a discussion. I pass a question to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me out. Lets me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.